everybody, it's Christine here. I'm Scrappin' Rabbit. I just wanted to show you my latest mini album that I made. It's not a mini album, it's a big album actually. It's made the same as I make my mini albums, but on a much larger scale. And I think this is my favorite album of all time that I've made. It's huge. The cover measures 11 by 11 and the inside pages are all 10 by 10. And I've got some flaps and pockets on there. I'm going to take you through the album. I hope it's going to stay in frame. It's quite large. And so let's get started. The album can be used for pretty much any theme. There's a little chipboard ornament on it, and it says Now and Then here. And then on the bottom it says Our Memories. These are little roses that I bought at Michael's, but I just started making my own roses. I found a really nice tutorial on the Michael's website to show you how to make paper roses. So I tried it out and it turned out pretty well. This is the first rose that I made using the tutorial. It's a written tutorial and there are pictures. There's no video of it, but I might actually go ahead and make a video to show you how it's done, but it's quite simple. So this is a little rose I made, and this is another rose I made. It's got little leaves on it. I added those. I have a little key charm, a little frame with a clock inside it. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And this is a little cabbage carnation that I had, and little ribbon rose here. I don't know what you call this. I got this at the dollar store. They're kind of neat as little flower fillers. This is a piece of fabric that I glued on, and it's got embroidery on it, a rose and leaves. It's really, really pretty. I've never stuck fabric on top of my cardstock before. This is probably going to get a little bit close. It's a piece of chipboard, and I Mod Podged it and added some gold flecks. It's like perfect pearls or something like that I added on that. There's a little flowered embellishment here, a little piece of cardstock with a flower on it, and you can write a date on the top. And I've got these two brads. I cut the stems off and I just glued those on to the ornament. And I'll show you on the side. It ties with a hoop and toggle, so that just slides in like that to hold it shut. On the closure, I have some little charms. There's a clock. Let me lift this up. There's a clock, and that kind of goes with the little clock theme I've got in the album and also on the cover here. There's a little flower, another key, a little windmill, and these little beads that I attached together. So let's go in the album. I might have to show just one page at a time because I don't think I'll be able to have both pages in frame at the same time. This paper line, it's a vintage type paper. I've had it for a while, so I don't know what it's called anymore. It's a paper that feels more like a cardstock. It's very thick, and some of it is really nice, so I didn't want to cover it too much. I like anything vintage. So here I have a little spot where you can journal or add a picture. I've got these little flowers that I assembled here, and I've got some bling. There's a key made out of wood. Another spot here for journaling, and you can actually put something in behind there, which I did. This picture frame here. This mat slides out. Okay, and you can also put another picture on there if you want. And if you wanted to, you could take the mat and just attach it to the inside cover if you want. I'll just put that like that. Now here, there's another 2 spots where you can put a photo, and I've got these little pearls. Each page has an extra large pull-out where you can add more photos, and all of my photo mats are 2-sided, so it makes them sturdier because they're so large. You don't want them to bend too easily. That's the first page. On the second page, I've got a large photo mat. This little tag slips out. Again, I assembled these flowers, and I made these out of paper. And I've got a little charm in the little bead in the middle. Little ribbon roses and some bling. And all of my doilies I sprayed with archival spray to help preserve them. And on this page, I've got, oops, I'll have to glue this one down. I've got some bling, more little flowers that I assembled, and these I made. There's a tag that comes out, and you can journal on the back. There's another spot for a picture here. And again, an extra large pull-out. This page has another large photo mat, some more flowers. I added some stickles to the flowers. I don't know if you can see that. Little ribbon roses. Again, flower with some stickles and little butterflies that I die cut. I layered them, and little crystals. This part folds down, and you can journal on here. I've got a magnet to hold it closed. And this is the photo mat pull out for this page. I have a tutorial on how to make mini albums. This one isn't from my tutorial, although some pages do resemble it. I'll put this under here. I don't squish my flowers on the front. Now this opens up like this. It's a folio. So you have room for photos there. And then I've got little pearls, and there's room for more photos there. You could put a photo here, but I really like the picture of the lady. It adds to the vintage theme, I think, so I just left it like that. Here I've got flowers that I made. This little pocket, and it's got a little tag in it. A little crystal heart and a popped up flower. A little embellishment that says love. These are tags that pull out. And this one here. You can journal on the back of this one. And the pocket reads together, and there's a little heart cut out. There's a tag for this page. An extra large tag and room for journaling. Because the paper is very vintage, I wanted a little bit of color, so I paired it up with some pink you'll see throughout the album, and it sort of pops it a little bit. There's another little tag here, This is just glued down. Little flowers and die cuts that I made. Here, another flower with a nice brad, some more die cuts. Room for 2 photos or journaling down here. Little embellishments. This opens up and there's room here for either journaling or to add photos. And here you can put extra large photos here. And this folds down and there's room for more photos there. And I have a magnet behind there to hold it closed. Here's the pull out. For the pull-outs, I use the Martha Stewart doily punch. I like the delicate little edge that it gives. There's room for 2 photos here. These are pockets. So I've got 2 tags in there. The flowers again that I made. This opens up. Room for a large photo here. Again, these doilies are sprayed with archival spray. And this is a folio that opens up. It's a big album, but there's tons of space on there for pictures. And there's a little magnet in there. Here there's a large tag and it says, "Enjoy the journey." Flower. Another doily. And this just sits behind this tag that's attached at the bottom, so you can slide something behind there, and there's a little journaling tag there, and a little butterfly with little beads and stamens. There's the pull out. I used tons of embellishments in this album and tons of paper. This one here reads "True Friend." I've got little pearls up here, bling on the side, and you can put a photo there. And here there's another photo mat, a little wooden clock with the pearl center. That's the little clock theme I was talking about. This page I left blank because I really like the design on it. It's a bunch of old clocks or watch faces. It's really, really neat, and I thought I'd just leave that one blank. I didn't want to cover it up, although it's made to be covered up with photos. And here's the last pull-out tag. And on the last page, I've got a waterfall. This opens up, and you can put photos on the front and back of each page. There's 6 pages, and then the base, so there's lots of room here for pictures. There's a magnet under there. Little dimensional embellishments, 2 little pearls, and then room for 2 more photos here, another embellishment. The inside covers are left blank, so if you wanted to, you can just put other pictures there, or you can write on here because it's very light colored paper, so you could write and the ink would show. And on the back of the album, I always do this to my albums. I have a little die cut here, and you can journal or put a date or put a title. This paper is really neat. It's textured. It almost looks like a rough leather, and it's got little flecks of gold in it. I'm going to put this album on eBay eventually, but I like it so much I think I'm going to hang on to it for a bit. And I have to make an album for my brother, who's celebrating his 25th anniversary this year, and he's going on a Mediterranean cruise with his wife, so I think I might make them one in this style now that I've already got one done. Like I said, this is my first album that's this large, and I really, really like the way it turned out, and I hope you like it too. Talk to you later.